The next set of things that we're going to do here is bring out folks who've gone through this journey. And as we seek to understand their journey, I'd like to invite onto the stage Sherlin, who's going to share with us her experience on how she got into meditation, what her journey was, and then we have a couple of videos of people who recorded the same for us. So let's give her a big round of applause to Sherlin for coming in and sharing her experience. The stage is all yours.
Welcome to everybody here. And it's my great privilege to share my story. I, in meditation, have what I call a stop or a start stop journey. I came to this country when I was 23. I'm now 77. And my stepfather had a meditation group every Tuesday. And I was having a nervous breakdown. I'd had quite a long journey coming from Canada to be in America with my mother and stepfather. So I'd go to the meditation. The first 3 or 4 times, I just sat there bawling. The tears just poured down, and I thought there was something wrong with me. But my mother explained that it was just my body was totally relaxing. And then the next phenomenon that occurred once the tears stopped coming, about the 4th or 5th time I meditated, I started seeing visions every time I meditated. Now, Patrick said this happens to some people in meditation. To me, it always happened every time. So, unfortunately, I had the misunderstanding that that was meditation, seeing visions. And so, for 3 years, they had the meditation group. Then they moved to Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and the family was so busy running and regenerating an old hotel that the meditation group stopped and I stopped meditating. I got out of the habit because, again, like I said, it was a misunderstanding because it kept visions. And I would write them all down and date whatever day that I saw them and what hour. So then we sold the hotel, and my parents, in 1994, I started a meditation group myself. But of course, I would have people, we would first become still. And I had a few people, nobody that cried as much as I did, but I had a few people that started and they would do that. It was always about 10 to 12 people that would come to my house. And for a year and a half, I had this. We would do what I call a working meditation, which is use the visions because sometimes some saw them also. And so we would do that to heal people or heal things in our society, like latchkey kids or nuclear problems, whatever. So I had the meditation group. Then in 1996, I get married. And again, my life is like so busy and I get out of the habit again. Then when I started back up, it was when I started doing yoga in 2016. So in 2016, I started again, oh yeah, I got to meditate. This is something good because I feel so peaceful, so amazing when I meditate. And so I started doing the yoga and started meditating. And I got to a place after about a year where there would be times when I meditated that I actually, for a few moments, I don't know how long, I couldn't feel my body. I just was in this quiet, this beautiful quiet. And the vision stopped. I just was in this, it was like kind of a quiet peace, almost a water feeling. And so I meditated again. And then I fell in love with someone. And unfortunately, again, I had another problem with meditation because this was a person that meditated a lot. And when I lost this man, every time I sat to meditate, I associated it with pain and I had to stop again because I would try, because I had developed this tremendous love to meditate. So there we started the stop thing again. And It took actually 7 years for me to get back into meditation. And when I did, I had the tears, not like the very first time, but there was just a few moments of my body relaxing and the tears started up again, which because I got so disconnected. But meditation is the pathway to healing your body, to quieting your mind, especially the self-criticism that we all seem to have. And when you have self-criticism, of course, you're going to criticize other people. But when you're meditating, all of that stuff's so unimportant. And it just kind of dissolves. And then you start getting information from source, which is really great because you may not even know you're getting the information, but you find your life starts getting in the flow of being in harmony, of being in the perfect place at the perfect time for everything to go right. And that's the gift of meditation because you're actually connecting to source, whether you know it or not, whether you can really tell that something has happened. But for me, I encourage everyone, if you stop, don't forget to start again. Because, sometimes we have a busy life. It could be anything. And unfortunately with me, it was a trauma that stopped it the last time. But now I get back quickly into the quiet and the stillness. And of course, the visions for me have never stopped. Come from a family of seers, so I guess that's normal for me. And I do suggest, because they have helped my path, that if you see something, you might want to write it down because that's your soul language. And for those who get something in meditation, it might just be beautiful light. Some people see that. And I know some people see an eye, and it will eventually get to be a gold form, especially if you're concentrating here on your third eye. And eventually, it's just like an outline of a gold eye, and it'll have an iris or a ball inside. And a lot of times people talk about the blue light or gold light. But anyway, I don't have a lot to share other than I made mistakes along the way. And I don't apologize for that. I just regret that I didn't continue, that different things seemed to be more important. And then I got out of the habit, but I always came back, and that I am grateful for. And then, of course, because I came back, Laura Petrie came into my life and other people like that, but in harmony. So God bless everyone here. I hope that everyone continues always to do the meditation and increase the time. For me, that one other thing I would like to say is my time, I couldn't. I've tried to meditate long hours, like an hour or something. I can't do it. My body begins to hurt. I get distracted. And so like I said, I'm 77. So I guess maybe a half an hour to 45 minutes, I can do just wonderfully. And then I start to notice I'm uncomfortable and it distracts me. But that nonetheless doesn't mean that I'm not getting quality meditation. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate you sharing your experience with us.
Thank